Hello guys! This is again Ragu42 to go with the SciCraft crew. Hey guys!
Hello.
And today we're finally back with another server tour. And if I turn around, you can see where we are going today. So, you had some time to guess. Now we're going on our way. Yeah, this is one of our longest piston bolts, I think. But I think it also looks pretty cool. So it shouldn't take too long until we arrive. Even though it's, I think, a bit more than a kilometer, isn't it?
No, like 600 meters.
Oh, is it that short? I thought it was longer. Oh well. And the server gets a bit stuck. No.
So it's
Now
that
working.
long because our jungle biome is a bit far away.
Yeah. Alright, that's... How much is it? Like 5,000 blocks or something? So yeah, then 600 in the nether makes sense. And what have we got here? One huge farm. That's a chicken farm. So we went 600 meters where we would have a jungle biome just to get some decoration for here and build a chicken farm. Anyone cares to explain how it's working?
Okay, so this, it's just a fun chicken farm. We don't really depend on chicken drops, and we wanted to have a chicken farm. And so this is a chicken farm that is run by those two ocelots in here, and the chickens are on top of the nether. They lay the eggs, we shoot them out with dispensers, and then all the chicks make their way down there through a lot of cobwebs, and eventually land in the ocelot cage.
Can I actually see what they are named? Because I mean, ocelots are considered as hostile mobs, so they need to be renamed.
They are named.
Not to despawn.
If you grief in there, I'll quickly go in game on 3, maybe.
Yeah. Let's just try that. So we have Castro and Carlo. Whoever came
You
up
can
with
also
these
take a
names.
look at the top for the chicken farm.
Oh, right.
If you want.
While I'm here, so... Up here they are falling ever so slowly. Actually, oh no, there's no cobweb there anymore. But it's somewhere up here. Yeah, so there are multiple instances of cobweb. And you can see here they are not grown up yet, but a little further down they should soonish grow up. And the lava is there just in case they glitch out, I guess, so they would die.
Glitch out and then kill those.
Yeah, so they would land in there, and they just slowly fall down and get killed by the ocelots. So of course we couldn't use cats here because cats don't attack chickens anymore. So we actually need the wild ocelots. And I think it's a pretty nice farm. Totally worth building a 600 block piston bolt, right?
Not super efficient, and it only runs if you're there, which is basically never. But still,
that's why the chest unfold.
Nice, fun farm.
Yeah. Oh, there's a minecart going below, of course, to pick up the drops.
Yeah.
Except if they land on the cauldron. And I mean, that's all. We just built this huge portal to get some jungle trees here for decoration. That would be our shortest. That would be our shortest server tour, right? And we probably wouldn't make a video about that, so maybe we should head to the other side. And here we go. If the server recognizes that I'm actually here, yep, the door will open. And we got a jungle, ocean, and some decoration, and oops, a smallish building here. So, of course, this is what the server tour is about today. And if we take a quick peek in here, you might already be able to see what we are farming here. Not that easy to see, actually those are building blocks in that case. So let's quickly go upstairs and show you what's going on there. Here we can see it a bit better. Yep. So we're actually farming melons here, melon slices, and you can see the pistons that would push them off into a water stream. We'll show that in a bit more detail from on top. And yeah, we decided to build a little bit of stuff around it. Maybe resembles a bit of a hotel or something. I think it's actually one of our best looking farms.
It was built by Rego, by the way.
Yeah, not everything actually. But, well. I mean, come on, did we really decorate the exterior of a farm anywhere? I don't think so. Like maybe the farm
the
itself.
Jungle Tree farm has a nice fortress.
Yeah, sure. That's true. So, anyways, we have to go up a few stories here until we reach the top. And I should have turned off clouds because they're annoying. Yeah, and there you can see a huge roof spanning all across with a nice window, but the real deal is of course inside. So we could run around the farm here, but there's not much to see. And here you can actually see how the farm is working, or how it's built up. It's quite simple, so we have, of course, 2 pistons, so also below the blocks between the repeaters here there's a piston for the other side, and the other one would just get butt powered. And yeah, they're essentially pushing out the melon blocks. And there's no block up, sorry, they're not butt powered, they're, indirectly powered. And there's no butt detection actually, but everything runs on a clock. So someone else wants to say something about it?
Yeah, the main goal was to make the farm as lag efficient as possible. And yeah, to do that, we, for example, don't use redstone dust, or just very few. And yeah, it runs on a clock because a butt system, you would always have more moving parts, basically. And yeah.
Exactly. So what we have here is, of course, some dirt. Mostly it's farmland, and there's something specific to that. So the melon stems actually check the amount of farmland on a 3x3, which they are centered on. And the more farmland there is, the higher is the probability that they will actually grow a melon next to them. So we want to have as much farmland as possible. So there's even farmland below the water that's running here, which is a bit tricky to make because you have to place water somewhere to hydrate it, till it, and then put water on top. So that makes it a little bit annoying, but yeah, usually it works out. And then, of course, we have the farmland back here with the torches that provide light, but at the same time prevent melons from growing back here. So that piece of farmland is also protected. And yeah, then we just run it on the clock and push off the melon slices. Now, this farm took us quite a while to build, and we actually built most of it on stream. Well, maybe half of it, because on stream we're always a bit slower. So, when did we actually start building it?
It was around Christmas?
Yeah, so it's like 5 months, almost 6 months that we were working on that one, which is quite a lot of effort. Well, most of the time actually was wasted because we didn't finish the roof and decoration around it. But yeah, so let's maybe head down. Let me see a bit more there. By the way, this farm has 14 of these layers that you can see there. And the melon blocks are quite handy. I mean, we produced them here, and at the same time, they don't connect to the couple's fences, so items can actually fall down there. But we need the fences, of course, to stop the water. And yeah, actually, the fastest way down is just using an ender pearl. Oh. And well, maybe I will just quickly take a look in there. So that's what you can see if you go behind the barricades here. So for the lowest layers, we actually used half slabs, which serve the same purpose as the melon blocks above, but since we didn't have so many melon blocks yet, well, use that one. And yeah, there's just a signal coming in. It's then traveling one layer after the other. So maybe someone can trigger it. Just trigger it once, maybe. Oops. Server has a bit of a hard time. Now it's going. And as you can see, it's going fairly quickly, and we should see the signal coming back here every second. Even though it does take a bit of time. So the farm is about 130 blocks on each side, which makes it pretty big. Oh, something got stuck there. Oh well. Yeah, so we have 63 melon stems in each row here. We have 11 segments. So segment meaning one slice on the right, one on the left. So in total, basically 22 rows per layer with 63 stems each and 14 layers in total. I think that's the first time I actually remember the numbers.
So that's almost 20,000 stems.
Yeah. And then everything comes in down here. And I need to eat. Alright, so at the moment we've just opened the overflow and everything goes into a cactus because, well, there's not much more to say than that. So, in theory it should produce about 500,000 melon slices per hour actually.
Not just in theory, it does.
Yeah, by now it does. So we tested it on our old server when we had the clock still a little faster. So we have a continuous harvest mode here. Maybe we can just turn that on, so it would trigger every 1.5 minutes by now?
2.
Every 2 minutes, okay. So before
there's always one signal traveling. It takes 2 minutes until a signal arrives at the top, and then a new signal is sent in to spread out the lag.
Yeah, so we have only very few pistons triggering in the same ticks. Yeah, so I think we calculated the efficiency actually based on a 1-minute timer originally, right?
So for 1-minute timer, it's of course faster. So we had this test set up, which maybe we can show.
Oh yeah, so we redirected everything with a water stream back here and just collected the items for 1 hour. Can I get up there? Oh, touch back. Yeah, so there was the item stream coming in, and as you can see, we made it quite long. And I think within 1 hour, it didn't fill up completely, but like 75% of the way through. Something along those lines, and these are just 4 chests on top of each other.
Yeah, we needed so many chests because the farm would fill up, was it 60 hoppers at a time?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So at that point on our old server, it was actually limited by the stress we could put on the server. And that's mostly because of the items. So they just cause a lot of lag. And we were at something like 12 TPS with the old server, which is a lot weaker than the current one. By now, we are pretty much running at 20, partially because of the slowed down clock, but mostly because of the more powerful server. And there we had something like 330,000.
And it was real time.
Yeah, 330,000 in 1 hour real time. So if we correct that for the for the server lag, basically to 20 TPS, then we would have been at 560,000 pretty exactly. Give or take a few thousand, but that doesn't really matter. So within about 2 hours, we can actually become millionaires. And Vince is gonna complain in a second. Yeah, that's pretty impressive farm, I think. It's nothing too complicated, it's just about minimizing lag so you can actually go for this size. And of course, it takes a crap ton of time to build it.
And of course, we don't need so many melons.
Yeah, it's really just to have it, and maybe a few things we can show. So, of course, we don't just want to waste them all in a cactus. So normally when you would craft melon blocks from it, that's what it would look like, and you just pick it up. And what you would then do is something along these lines.
Try to keep up.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible. And my game just minimized. Okay. And yeah, we'll just throw it in here. Now I threw some melon slices in there, which shouldn't happen, but maybe we should add a filter actually. And then it just gets transported to its chests over here, which are pretty much filled like halfway through, I think. Or even a bit more. Yeah, somewhere until here. So there's quite a lot of melons already. Mango, since you probably crafted most of it, do you know how much we roughly have stored here at melon blocks?
There's a storage for 500,000, and I guess it's 60% filled.
Okay, so that's like 300,000 melon blocks. And I mean, if you have 500,000 storage here, that means if the farm is running for about 9 hours, and I mean, doubling the timer doesn't halve the rates, of course, because if you space it out more melons have grown. But that way, it fills up in pretty much something like 9 to 10 hours if you were crafting constantly, which is, well, not that easy, but with a macro it could be possible.
And actually, we needed about 50,000 melon blocks already for another project, which is secret at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's the next thing. It's also quite far progressed, but will take some time until we can show it. And there's actually one thing that's a bit more amusing about that farm, and that's over here. So you can see this is quite an early date. It's 29th of December 2015, and we have a hoe here. Let me get rid of some stuff. Now, one of the basic rules of Minecraft is never craft a diamond hoe. And we started in 1.8, so we can't get them from villagers. But, well, we completely used that one up. So as you can see, it has 0 durability. But we didn't just use it up once. That one is actually repaired as often as it could be. So you can't repair it with a diamond, not with another diamond hoe. It's completely broken, and it was completely used for this farm. Like, we didn't use just this one hoe, we had to use more. I think if you did everything with as little as as few diamond hoes as possible, it would be like 2 to 3 diamond hoes that you would need here, like fully repaired ones. But yeah, that one didn't get lost in the process, and so we thought we would conserve it here.
It's also an Unbreaking 3 diamond hoe.
Oh yeah,
not just a diamond hoe, it's an Unbreaking 3 diamond hoe.
Yeah, so pretty much as much as you can possibly get out of this hoe, we got out there, maybe up to 1% or something, because you want to repair it before it breaks, of course. And yeah, that's just to give you a rough estimate of how much tilling we actually had to do. So is there anything else?
I think that's about it.
Yep. So, not a short tour, but took a hell lot of effort, and we hope you enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, thanks for joining us here, and have a good time. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.